Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. We spent last night in Ste Mere Eglise, one of the first towns liberated on D-Day. Last night's accommodation was a 4-bed gîte right in the centre of the town, and the first pic you've seen in this video was taken from the window. Absolutely perfect for what we needed, a double bed each to stretch out on after the cycle from the day before. We're currently about 10k outside Ste Mere Eglise and almost at the memorial site on Omaha Beach. It's been another cloudy morning, but the forecast says it's to clear up in the afternoon. Let's see if that forecast is correct and what the rest of today brings. Our first stop of the day was the Omaha Beach American Memorial. I think I said it in the last video, but you just can't imagine what the soldiers had to contend with during the war, and probably more so on D-Day. 36 or so crammed into a landing craft and dropped off on or near the shoreline, not knowing if they were on the beach or they were still in the deep water. Out the boat and off up the beach to a barrage of fire and mortars. And you'll see from the video, it was an awful long way from the water to the dunes, and it was similar all along the coast here. So we think this is a sluice gate which was used by the Germans to help them flood the land to defend the shores. If anyone knows, maybe give us a wee shout in the comments. So we're somewhere between Omaha Beach and Carentan on a little country road. Quite quiet, there's not an awful lot of traffic about this morning, which is really good. It's mostly been flat today so far, which is also good. So we had 84k yesterday. Now we've got 77 to do today. Now, I've been on the bike quite a bit since New Year, but not done any long distance stuff or multi-day stuff. It's all been 20-30 kilometres here and there, or a half hour in a peloton. So legs are feeling it a little bit today, but a couple of ibuprofen and maybe a couple of beers along the way, and we'll see how it pans out. So this was a tide operated dam, so as the sea came in, the gates closed with pressure of the water, and then as the tide went out again, the gates opened with whatever excess water was inside to let it all back out. That's us just over halfway, and heading northeast again back into the wind. Just outside Carentan. Apologies if I've butchered the pronunciation as usual. And we're now heading for Ste Mere, maybe, I think. Maybe pick up a bit of lunch there. Anyone else think it's quite nice when you've planned a route, you've never seen it, and maybe other than a look on Google Maps to see what's going on, and then you come off the path and you actually recognise what you've planned? So let me know in the comments. So before we came away, I decided to splash out a little bit. So after the Fuerteventura videos, I noticed that although the DJI mics are pretty good, pick up most things, it's quite hard to hear sometimes with the wind noise in the background. Certainly when I was doing the editing, what I was having to do was do a lot of vocal removal and moving about just to make it work, which is quite time consuming. So I thought, I'm just going to buy myself a wireless mic. Now the Action 3 doesn't have Bluetooth technology for connecting the mic. It does have Bluetooth for connecting to the phone, etc., but not for a mic. So I didn't want a wire. You know, obviously with the wire traipsing between the camera and up to where the mic's living on your collar. So I'm just going to go and have a look on Amazon, see what I can find, and I bought myself I think 20 quid, something like that. I bought myself a Boya wireless mic, little tiny thing, and it just clips onto the inside of my collar and seems to connect quite well. So you probably have noticed that the voice is maybe a little bit clearer, maybe not making an awful lot of sense sometimes, but definitely clearer. The only downside is you don't get an awful lot of the background noise that comes with it if it's off when I'm recording. So about 10k to go. Lovely cliff top path. Heading along from Grandcamp-Maisy. Again, sorry for the pronunciation, butchering. And horrible headwind. However, the sky's blue, and I suspect when we stop, it will be reasonably warm, maybe 16, 17 degrees. Today's been a different day to yesterday. We've not had as many walks in the sand as we did. It's mostly been roads and gravel tracks. Not quite so much to see history wise, but a good day nonetheless. just to conclude day 3 of Normandy 2025, we've arrived at the hotel at the east end of Omaha Beach. Nice place for just to get showered, going for some dinner shortly. It's been a good day, other than the headwinds at times. It's been fairly straightforward, not quite as entertaining as yesterday with the walking, the hike a bike and the sand and everything else. We've had a couple of gravel tracks today, but certainly more tar, not quite so many villages, and just more cycling. But tomorrow, day 4, should bring, we've got 3 more beaches to see or to pass by. We've got Sword, Juno and I can't remember the third one, so I'm going to have to chuck that in as a wee comment at the bottom. That's really bad of me. But 80 kilometres done today, so another good day on the bike. Legs are feeling it a wee bit at the moment, but we'll get over it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you next time.